Hey everybody. So I'm coming back to do my Wednesday weekly videos of education. I'm healing very well, and I have been doing a lot of more quieter reflection, healing through the hip replacement. One of the things that's really interesting, obviously when you have a hip replacement, they remove the ball and then they put a bone within that main bone within the thigh. Sorry, I'm not good with names. I should be, but I'm not. But they also cut through the nervous system, the muscles, and all. And I just wanted to share, because there's so many people out there, and it's not just hip, it's, knee, it's shoulders, there's a lot of back, we're in a time where a lot of people are getting surgery. And one of the things that has been really fascinating for me is when I'm in that state of just really needing to connect within the hip, I really have to allow myself to visualize, the healing, not of just the hip, but the nervous system, the muscles, the ligament, and really waking it back up. My hip actually went, this is actually week 3. It feels like it's been months. It's been really good, but it's amazing. I feel like I've just been going through a lot of different phases within my body. But the fascinating thing is the healing process and how powerful our body really is. So I really make that point of, as I'm even doing the physical therapy and working in that area of connecting to my breath to get that part of that body to wake up and re-engage. It's been very powerful, and also because the thing that's very beautiful about breathing through whale breathing, which is a conscious breathing, it is a very conscious breathing, and when you do voluntary breathing, you're really connecting back to that diaphragm. And what our diaphragm is there for is to bring oxygen in and get rid of the metabolic waste. So for me, I just had major surgery. I had a lot of trauma. I had, a lot of things happen on many levels. So to help my body realign back into a place of harmony and releasing, I need to breathe a lot. And it's been really fascinating because this is probably the first major surgery I ever went through. But I also have done, minor surgeries, and realizing, wow, what a difference. Even that day as they were wheeling me in, I was breathing the whole time until I couldn't breathe. Because once they knocked me out, I don't know what happened. But I know it was like this and I was doing a lot of that before the surgery itself. Having that conversation with the body, preparing the body, because it is traumatic, very traumatic. On so many levels are different, when we're going through any kind of procedure like that. And one of the things I will say is that's been really fascinating is the pelvic floor is our foundation of our lower body. It's our anchor. And there's so much that happens within that area. And it's a hard area to really trust, completely drop in and surrender to. I don't know why. I'm talking from yoga, qigong, tai chi, walking. There's a lot of these new spiritual walking. And to really drop into that part of our body is probably, it's a very, very profound but hard place to get. And I believe the gateway is through that diaphragm. We have to allow ourselves to surrender and open that doorway, to really allow myself to anchor in and allow myself to really feel the profoundness that I am a human being anchored into Mother Earth. I want to also say thank you for all the texts, messages, phone calls, and so many beautiful connections and support. I feel very blessed, very loved, very seen. And I am really looking forward to this next part of my life with a new hip and to allow myself to really just keep continuing on and educating. This past 3 weeks, even before, have been very profound in a very deep way. And the power of just sitting and allowing myself, and when I say that, I'm not like just completely sitting. I'm doing physical therapy, I'm doing a lot of meditation, I'm doing a lot of walking, but relearning to walk, because it was interesting, a profound moment that the physical therapist said to me. She said, what we have to relearn is you have to let go of that old walking that you were doing. And I was doing that walk probably, I don't know, I was in pain for like 3 years trying to figure out how to heal without surgery. Maybe that walking 2 years, maybe, I don't even really know. I know it declined a lot through the years, why I did the surgery. But it was profound because it's like you have to relearn the body. I had to relearn how to walk from more a new beginning actually, because now it's a new hip, it's a new alignment, and breathing through that. And there was one point when I was walking, she took her hands and she placed them on my on my hips, both hands, pulled me into those hips. It was crazy. I was like, wow. I wasn't even in there. And I wasn't even aware that I was not in there. And, and just really focusing on being in that space and what does it mean. And for me, it's been interesting because there's almost a listening within that space that helps me understand more the energy of the earth, the energy of anchoring, grounding, keeping me in the gravity. Because we need gravity and levity to function as human beings. Always a pleasure. This is where I've been spending a lot of my time. I know my yard's a little mess, but it's just the trees. I have a very beautiful relationship with these trees. The birds. I'm very excited though to get a little bit more physical, clean this yard and get it more in a Zen-like way, even though it has been. So I hope this message touches one person, in regards of that it does get better. And when I first came out of that surgery, there was like a 10-minute phase where I was so cold. I was cold like from the inside out, and I was shaking, and and because of that shivering and shaking, it was just killing my hip, the area where they did the surgery. And I had this like angelic nurse come and just kept throwing hot blankets on me. But then what she did is there was a heater with a hose, and she stuck it under the blanket. And it was like so powerful because once that body got warm, I dropped into the deepest sleep. Obviously, I was still drugged. But there was something really magical about that moment because I had to surrender to her. I couldn't find comfort within myself. And it's kind of like I had to surrender to my breath. And once that happened, my body just dropped into a beautiful place of gravity. And by that, I was in these different dimensions of such healing and power. And when I woke up, it was probably 2 hours later, I was able, well, they moved me into the other bed and took me out because I stayed overnight. And I was able to walk that night. I was so proud of myself. And I'm telling you, when that nurse came in and said, okay, do you want to walk? And I even said to her, I want to say no, but I know I need to walk. So I did it. And I was very proud of myself. And I let myself be within my body, and I walked. I didn't walk far, but I walked. And I let myself really feel the difference in my body. It was amazing. So with that, I hope everybody has a wonderful day. And thank you for stopping by. It's good to be back and just share my experience of life through the breath. And I hope that, somebody gets something out of it. And to be continued. You will see me next week. All right, take care. Bye-bye.